Welcome to Hotgates Gaming for episode 2 of Adventures in Arda. You're here with your Hotgates Gaming host James, and today I'm lucky enough to be joined by Matt. It's Matt.
Hello everybody.
Hello, and we've actually got something quite exciting for you because Matt, you have been playing a campaign with some of your buddies back in Italy.
Yep.
And I've actually got the opportunity to play as one of the armies in this campaign. So there is a story behind what's going on here.
Just a bit of it.
Yeah, Matt's given me a little bit of an idea. So we are actually playing in the Troll Shores area of Arda. So you're looking sort of northwest of where Rhudaur itself is, in the old Arnorian kingdom of Rhudaur. So a very kind of wooded land. And an Uruk-hai Isengard army has been marching north to take on Rhudaur and take on Arda. But they have been intercepted by a Rhudaur host. And in this host, we are actually going to see Elrond and his sons, which should be good for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to get down, I'm going to show you our wonderful board for today, and we're going to show the armies, get our scenario, and get this battle report kick-started.
All right.
Welcome to the Troll Shores, welcome to the wooded area of Rhudaur, and we are going to show you our Rhudaur host here today. So we do have 11 Rhudaur knights down there, and they are going to be led by Elrond, who has got heavy armour and of course his steed. Also over here we have the twins. We've got Elrond's sons. They're bringing their horses, heavy armour, and they also have bows as well. And this is Rhudaur. Now we'll play, of course, that the river is a shallow river. We don't do deep water here, but there we go. We're going to show you the invading Uruk-hai army right now. And we're zooming in here now for Matt's force. So, Matt's got a Vrasku there, and Vrasku has with him 10 crossbowmen. All those crossbowmen also have pikes. And over to the left, just borrowing some of my models because some of Matt's aren't painted or based, so we've done our best here. We've got a captain with shield and heavy armour. Yep. And then all of the ferals that you see are berserkers. So we have 6 berserkers there. We've also got an orc spearman, and we have 4 Uruk-hai pikemen. And then over here we have an Uruk-hai shaman with armour, I'm guessing?
Yes, it is.
With armour, with 6 berserkers, 4 pikemen, and 2 orc spearmen. And then over here we also have 3 fell wargs, which I'm guessing are his drops. So there we go, that is the Uruk-hai invading army. We're going to roll for scenario, we're going to sort out deployment, and we're going to come back after that and get this game started. So, Matt and I have rolled the scenario, and we have rolled for hold ground. So, remember, you don't deploy in hold ground, you roll for priority, and the first person has to see where they come on. And as you can see over here, I was unlucky enough to get first turn priority, and Elrond rolled to bring his Rhudaur knights on from the north board edge. I have used a point of might from Eladan, who is facing left, to make it from a 3 to a 4, so that they could come on behind them. In the meantime, Matt has rolled. His shaman has come on over on the western board edge, and his 2 drops there have come on from the south. So with that, that is as far as we're going to get. We're going to roll for turn 2 priority. All of those warbands over there, they haven't come on yet. So turn 2 priority, wherever my dice are. Turn 2 priority, and priority goes to the Isengard. So here is our battlefield after turn 2 movement. So the Uruk-hai got priority, and of course the Shaman moved up. He did channel Fury, and he has managed to cast it on a double 4. In the meantime, the Wargs that had come on from the south have moved up a little bit further, and they have been joined by all of the other warbands now. The captain did have to use a point of might to stop it from being me that placed him. I think it was captain. Oh, it was Vrasku. It was Vrasku who had to do that. And then in the meantime, most of the Rivendell Knights, Elrond and the twins, have moved up more than half. However, there are 4 there that haven't, so they're going to be taking some shots, and we're going to go into that shooting phase right now. So it's the shooting phase, and there are 4 lots of Rivendell Knights, 4 Rivendell Knights who are going to be shooting through and trying to take out some of the pikemen Uruk-hai now. Now they do have in the ways for the berserkers in front, but first of all we need to see if they hit. So 4+ because they've moved, and only 1 hits. Now does that get past a berserker? So 4+, it does get past a berserker, and pikemen are defense 5, so we need 5s to wound, and no, we don't get it there. So there won't be any more shooting because of course the crossbowmen have moved up full, and a lot of these Rivendell Knights have moved up full. We're going to go into turn 3 priority. Who's going to get it? And it goes to the Uruk-hai. So Isengard have been moving up. Vrasku has led some of his boys closer towards the river and the central objective there. In the meantime, a couple have split off, going towards the more combat-y side of the Isengard force, which has decided to form a little bit of a defensive crescent, and is a little bit worried about the oncoming charging Elrond, Rivendell Knights and his sons, all of which have moved up half, apart from one guy who's moved full. So with that, we are going to be going into the shooting. We're going to start off with the 3 guys here. The darker red dice is the twin shot, and they're going to be firing back at the pikemen who are back here. We're going to prioritise the pikemen we will have in the ways, and the orc will be the final one there. So we do need 4s because we have moved, and we get 1 hit, and that 1 hit, does it get past the berserker? It does get past the berserker, and it needs a 5 to kill the pikeman. No, and we don't get it there. So we're going to move along to the next 2 shots. I'm going to have 2 shots here who are also going to fire at the pikemen there. So 2 shots, needing 4s, 1 hits. Does it get past the front guy? It does, and needing that again, or a 6? No. We've got the next 2 shots here, which is going to be the twin and the guy behind, who are going to be doing exactly the same, firing at the pikemen. Dark red dice is the twin, needing 4s. Neither hit. Great shooting so far, Rivendell Knights. We're going to have these 2 here. They're going to be shooting at the pikemen. So, needing 4s. Neither hit. We're going to have, that guy has moved full. So we're going to have these 3 guys here. They're the last remaining shots. And they're going to be firing just at the crossbowman over there. Needing 4s. So we get 2 hits that time. And needing 5s and 6s to kill. And we get 1. So one of the crossbowmen bites the dust. Here is our battlefield in Rhudaur in the Troll Shores. We're going into turn 4 priority, I believe. So turn 4 priority. Oh, it's a cock dice. We get a 3. Can you beat it?
Nope.
You get a 1. So that is going to go to the Rivendell Knights. And the Uruk-hai captain here has decided to call a heroic move. And I am not going to counter it. So the force of Isengard have followed their captain forward in his defensive crescent shape. As you can see, all the pikemen getting up to support the berserkers in front. So now that heroic move is done, we're going to go back over to the elven movement. And we're coming in because facing the challenge is going to be Elrond himself. And as he moves in, just before he charges in onto the Uruk-hai captain, he's going to use all 3 of his will. And he's going to use those 3 to do Nature's Wrath, which has a 6-inch range. Should get everybody who are from that captain, who was part of the heroic move. So, needing a 4+, and we get 4s. Okay, so we do have 4s, and we will use... okay, and we will use 1 point of his might, so he's down to 2, to turn one of those into a 5. Now, you do have 2 will points. Well, you've got 1 will point that you can resist with. You can either choose to resist with the captain or choose to resist with the shaman.
Yeah, with the captain.
The captain's 1 point of will, needing a 5+, and you get a 4. But you do have 1 point of might,
and it does resist it.
and you use that 1 point of might to resist that, and that means that the Nature's Wrath does not go off, and Elrond and the guys are going to carry on their charge. So as you can see, the Rivendell Knights have just gone for it. We don't have ages, do we? So instead of doing the usual sitting back and shoot, we've decided to just go for it with the charge there. Going for it with the charge. So we will see what happens. We do have a little bit of shooting. We've got these Rivendell Knights over here who aren't engaged, who are going to be first shooting at the crossbowmen. So they haven't moved, and they are just going to be shooting at the crossbowmen at the end. So they need 3s. And we get 1 hit. They've not been shooting very well anyway today, and needing a 5 to kill. And we get a 4, so nothing happens there. So starting off with the guys who don't have the in the ways, which I believe is all of these 5 here. So maybe just shoot those 5 first. So those 5 who don't have in the ways, prioritising this way, I'm guessing. You needed a 4+. So you've got 3 of them. Now, do you hit horses or riders? Do you want to do them individually? So horse or rider? So do horse or rider?
Horse.
But you've got to roll it. So does it hit horse or rider? It hits the rider,
right.
And then you roll again, and you'll need a 5 to kill the rider. No, it's cocked. Again. Hey, so you kill the rider down, so he goes down. So you've got 2 more here. So horse or rider? It hits the rider, and needing a 5 or a 6 to kill him. Hey, and you kill him as well. Wow. So good shooting here from the Uruk-hai, and on him needing a horse or seeing the horse or rider. Hits the horse this time, needing a 4, and you kill the horse. So we'll roll a thrown rider, we'll get a model out in a second. We get a 1, he is expert rider luckily. Oh no, he takes a strength 5 here. So you need a 5, if you roll a 5 here, he's going to die as well. And you don't get that, but he's going to be on his bum in that shallow river there. And a very successful shooting for you there. Oh, you've still got 2 more shots?
Yeah.
Okay, you might as well take those 2 shots now.
Vrasku 2 shots.
Vrasku's 2 shots.
The crossbow.
Okay, so needing 4 or 3s on him. Yep, so you get 2 hits. And on him, you'll just need 5s. No, you don't get it there. So there we go. So some very successful shooting. We'll get a replacement model there. Absolutely decimated the Rivendell Knights that were holding the objective, and we're going to come back with the combat. So at the start of the combat phase, we'll be calling a heroic combat, and that heroic combat is going to be with this twin facing right. So that's Elro here. So we're going to do that first. So it's against the Warg. Both of them are in on the Warg. So needing. I've got an extra dice on here as well, but I'll just roll them separately. So first of all, Elro here. Elro here gets a 5 highest, and the Rivendell Knight gets a 3 highest. So we're on a 5 at the moment with Elro here, and you get a 4, so it goes to us. You will be knocked down, so we're going to roll this twice for the twin. Needing 4s, yep. And with that roll, they're going to get to carry on their movement. As you can see, Elro here has decided to charge into the back of the Shaman, and that is the combat we're going to do next. We're going to try and get rid of him. So you do have the Shaman. We've got our 3 dice here. What does the Shaman get?
What?
Shaman. You get a 2.
Weak.
And we get a 5, and we take that. So the Shaman is knocked down. So we do have this twice. We'll roll 3 of those dice as well. Okay, so the Shaman is defense 5.
Defense 5, yeah.
So we need 5s here. So needing 5s, we want lots of them. And we only get 1. We only get 1. So you do have
Fury.
You've got Fury first of all. So 5 or 6, we'll save it with Fury. No. And then you do have Fate.
I'll use it.
Yeah, you're gonna take the wound?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the wound, yeah.
So you're gonna take the wound and save your fate. So it does mean the Shaman is knocked down onto the floor. There we go, and we're gonna carry on with the rest of the combats. So we're going to start off with the Rivendell Knight over here, who charged one of the Wargs but has been countercharged by a Fell Warg and an Orc. So you've got 3 dice here. So what do you get? What do you set the bar at? A mighty 2. That's fantastic rolling. And we get the 6. Okay, so you are knocked down. So we're going to start off with the Wargs. So we would normally need 5s, but that's going to become 4s because of our Lance that we charged with. So 4s on the first one. Yep. And 4s on the next one. No. So we got double 3 there. So that Warg and that Orc is knocked down. And now we're going to go over to Elro here, over here. So Elro here, he's only on 1 Orc there. He's got 3 dice. Once you get, you set the bar at mighty 3. And we get 5s and knock him down. So we're going to roll this twice. The Orc is defense 4, so we need 4s. And yes, we take him out just with the first roll there. So next up, we have this charging Rivendell Knight, and he's actually up against 3. He's charged 1 Berserker, but there are 2 lots of supports in there. So you do have 3 dice. Sorry, you got more than that. You got 4 dice.
4 dice.
So you got 4 dice.
No
you get 5 highest. This is where We get a magic 6. Oh, we do!
No way.
So the Berserker is knocked down. So we would normally need 6s, but we need 5s because of the lance. So we get twice that. So needing 5s. And we do, we get 1. But you do have a Fury save.
Does this stay?
Yes, well in range. So Fury save on him. And you make it.
Yeah.
So he will be knocked down on the floor. We'll just move him like so. But with that, we're going to move on to the next combats. So next up is the Berserker against the Charging Rivendell Knight here. What does the Berserker get? Let's see. He's going to get a mighty.
4.
He gets a 4. It's not bad, but it's not a 6 or a 5. So he's going to be knocked down. Again, we need 5s because of the lance. And we get 2. So you've got 2 Fury saves to make. Can you do it? You make 1, but the other one isn't made. And that Berserker is going to bite the dust. So we've got another one-on-one. We've got the Charging Rivendell Knight here again versus your Berserker. You get double 6s. Here we go. Can he beat it with fight value? Oh, he does. So the Berserker is knocked down. Berserker is knocked down, and again we need 5s here. We want lots of them for the Fury saves. We only get 1, so 1 in 3 chance of saving him. Whey, and you do, but he is going to be knocked down. So we come to a little bit more of the epic combat here, and this is going to be Elrond himself versus your captain. So the captain's got 2 dice here. You also have 1 support. What do you get? You support, 5. You get a 5 higher. So what can Elrond doesn't have that number of dice, he gets this number of dice. Okay, what does Elrond get? Elrond gets a 6 there. So you are knocked down, and we need 1 more dice. Yeah, okay, so Elrond is strength 4, you are defense 7, so we do need 6s here. So needing 6s, well, lots of them. I can see 1 there. And what I would... Sorry?
You still have 1 or 2?
He's got 2 points of might left. So what I will do with Elrond is use a point of might to turn that into a 6. So that's 2 wounds caused. So with that, you have to pass your fate.
Fury.
Oh, sorry, yeah, you've got Fury as well. Yeah, so what I will do, I'll actually use all of Elrond's might. Why not? All of Elrond's might. So there's 3 wounds there, so 3 Fury saves.
Well,
oh, no way! No way! No way. The captain is knocked down, but Elrond is now out of might. Out of might. That's clock watching that. We've not got long. Okay, so the captain lost that, but he did survive. 3 Fury saves, wow. So next up we've got another one-on-one here. There's no support. You've got 2 dice, of course. You get a 4 highest. This Rivendell Knight is going to get a... He gets a 4, so he takes it on fight value. Okay, so again, needing 5s. And we've got 1 there, so you've got 1 Fury save to make. Oh no. So that Berserker is going to bite the dust over there. So over here we've got another one-on-one. Okay, so...
You got Spear Sport. Should be.
Oh yeah, so he should be in Spear Sport, that's fine. Okay, so you got a 4 highest. What does the Rivendell Knight get?
5.
Gets a 5 and takes it. So the Rivendell Knight's really smashing it here with their fight value. So again, needing 5s. And we get 1. Are you going to pass the Fury? No, you don't. So another Berserker bites the dust. So not a great round for the Isengard. Okay, so this time we've got this one-on-one. It'll be that one-on-one. He'll be supporting him, I'm guessing, as a 3.
Yeah.
Because he won't be in base contact now. Okay, so him. What do you get? You get 4s. It's good.
Believe it.
Well, you get a 6. I know, your dice roll hasn't been fantastic. Okay, so we need 5s again on that Berserker. And we get 1. You are in Fury range, so... Oh, but it doesn't save him that time. I think you used up your Fury luck for the captain.
Yeah.
Okay, so over here, I believe we've got 1 more. Now you do have 4 dice here because you've got 2 support. Well, you've got support, you've got pikeman, and you've got the Berserker in front. So what do you get? Surely.
6.
You get a 6, but it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter because watch. GBHL 6. Woo! I'm so sorry. So,
Fair enough.
so we're going to go for the pikeman first. Would normally be 5s, but it's going to become 4s. So yeah, we get the pikeman. So you want to roll 1 Fury save? Nope. So the pikeman's going to go down, and then the next 2 strikes on the Berserker, needing 5s. No, but he is going to be knocked down. So not a great round for the Urukai, the invading Urukai. It's not gone too well for them.
Anyone come back.
Sorry?
I didn't win anyone.
No, kind of making up for your awesome shooting before, I think.
Yeah.
So there we go. That is how it is looking. That Berserker is there on the floor. And that's going to take us into turn 6, I believe. Or turn 5, I can't remember. Okay, so we're going to roll for turn 5 priority. You get a 2, it's not strong. And it's definitely not as strong as that. You don't have any might over here either. So it's going to go into Rivendell movement. So the poor Urukai, with having no might, have been completely charged and almost surrounded there by the elves, with the twins really getting ferocious and getting stuck into the heart of the formation and managing to get in on the shaman. Have been countercharged in some areas there, and around on this side you can see that some of the crossbowmen have started making her up. 2 have stayed still. These guys here have stayed still as well. And in the meantime, the lone Rivendell knight who has been dismounted, he has managed to stand up and move 1.5 inches through the shallow river. We are going to go into shooting now, and he won't have any shooting because he has moved more than half of his distance, so we do have shooting of the Urukai. So we've got 2 shots here, and they're going to be shooting, so you need 4 pluses, and you get 1, and to kill him you will need a 5. Difference 5, and no, you get a 1 there. So coming around here, let's have a little look, see if there'll be some in the ways. Okay, so from there, I'm going to say that you have just the 1 little in the way for the riverbank there. Okay, so you've got 2 shots needing your 4 plus.
We've done 2.
These 2, yeah. Needing your 4 plus. You get them both. A 3 plus to get past the riverbank. So one of them
Doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't. They don't get past.
Nobody. None of them.
Yeah, one of them gets past if it's a 3 plus to get past. It's 3 and above, isn't it? So one gets past and needing a 5 to kill him. Oh, and it's close. It's close. And unless this guy, does he want to shoot into any combats or anything, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to shoot to this.
He's going to shoot into this combat here. Okay, so needing a 4 to hit. So he hits. Does he hit you or does he hit? You hit your own.
Yeah.
So it's the warg. So you need a 4 to kill the warg because the warg's closest. But you don't. The warg survives. And there we go. That is our hold ground battlefield in Rhudaur, in the Troll Shores. It's looking good at the moment for the Rivendell. Looks good for them. Absolutely. We're going to come back with combats. So it is the combat phase, and we're going to jump in here because we have a charging El Rohir facing right. Up against the Shaman, we've got 1 pikeman. You can choose for him to support him if you want to. He's in base contact and him. So it's up to you. Do you want him to support him or want him to support the guy in front?
I got him to support him.
Yep, so you get the 4 dice. You've got obviously your Shaman and you've got your 3 pikemen.
No way!
That's a wonderful roll of the 2 highest.
Can't believe it.
Especially when we get a 3 highest, that is not what you want. Okay, so our first lot of double strikes on the Shaman. The Shaman has taken a wound, but he does have his fate left. So on the Shaman, we need 5s. Nope. And again on the Shaman, needing 5s. Yes, so we get 2 there. So 2 fury rolls first. You make 1, but you don't make the other. So you must pass the fate point. If you don't pass the fate point, he dies. You do pass the fate point, and then we've got our final lot of double strikes. Here we go, 5 plus. Oh, no, so the Shaman is going to stay alive. However, the pikemen are knocked down because we did win that combat having gone in, and we're going to go over to the next combat now. Next up, we've got the charging Rivendell Knight against the Orc and the Warg on the floor. What can you get? Let's have a little look. You get 5 highest, and we get 5s, and we're going to take that. You're already on the floor. On the Warg, so on the Warg, first of all, we will need 4s. We do get it, so the Warg's going to go down. And then on the Orc next, also needing 4s. And he's going to go down as well. So, that Rivendell Knight's done his job. Let's move along to the next up. We've got the charging Rivendell Knight. We've got a Berserker on the floor, but he's supported by 1 pikeman. So you are going to get 3 dice. That's cocked if you want to re-roll that. Good work, Matteo. Okay, here we go. So we get a 5 and we take it. So we're going to get double strikes on the guy on the floor, and we will need 5s. And we get 1. You do have a fury save, and you don't make it. So another Berserker has been pierced and slain. Matteo. Lovely roll in there. He got a little bit keen with his Berserker. He's got the full Berserker fury over there. He's seeing all of this spilt Uruk blood. and wants to roll. He did roll a double 1, which means he can't win that fight. So he's going to be knocked down, and we will need 5s here. So lots of 5s. We get 2. So you've got 2 fury saves to make. You tend to do better when you're rolling more than one of them. But no, you don't do it. So another berserker bites the dust. We're going to go straight on to the next one, which this guy, he did charge 1 berserker on the floor, 1 berserker there, and you chose to have him support over there. So you've got 4 dice in total. What are you going to get? You get a 4.
5. I got
you got 5. Oh, but we get a 5. Okay, so
I didn't win any one combat.
you are. No, you're not doing very well in the winning the combat phase. So of course knocked down. So first of all, needing 5s on one of them. Yep. So that's 1 fury save to make. Nope. So he's going to bite the dust. And on the other guy on the floor, needing 5s. No. So he's just going to stay on the floor. We're going to move round to this next combat here. That's going to separate off. And we've got the 1 Rivendell Knight versus the 1 Berserker. You get 2 highest. It's wonderful rolling. And we get a 5. So, true to form. It's wonderful. You're doing really, really well. Needing 5s. We get 1 5. Well, it's a 6. Okay, so you've got 1 fury save. Can you do it? The negativity's coming through the dice now. He rolls a 2. And another berserker has bitten the dust. We'll have to start looking at when you break and stuff at some point soon. So we've got this. We've got this combat next. We've got 1 Rivendell Knight versus the Orc. So you've got the Orc Spearman. What do you get?
Just 1.
Just 1. You can't win. So needing 4s on that Orc Spearman. Oh, and we just get him. We just get him. Obviously no fury save because he isn't an orc. So the way that we're going to separate this is we're going to have that 1 and the guy on the floor first. So him and the guy on the floor. So you've got 2 strikes from the guy on the floor, plus the Uruk-hai pikeman. What do you get? You get a 5. It's not terrible.
Yay!
And you win, and you win. So you're going to get 1 strike from the pikeman.
Give me a 6.
Are you going for the guy then, yeah? Okay, so you don't manage to get him, and we're going to go on to the next combat here, which is this Rivendell Knight versus 1 Berserker. So, what do you get? Got 2 dice. Can you do it? It's 3. It's not amazing. And I take it on fight value just. So you're not down. Okay. 5s. And we've got 3 fury saves for you to make. Last time that you had to do this, you smashed it. But that was all 2s and 1s.
1, 1, 2, no way.
So another berserker has gone down. So next up,
smash me.
Well, they're doing very, very well. Next up, we've got Eladan, who's charged in, and he's got 1 berserker and 1 pikeman because he's supported before. Okay, so I've got 3 dice here. You've got 3 dice. You get 4 highest, and of course we get 5s because this is the way that this game is going. Okay, so first of all on the berserker, needing 5s. No. Next up on the berserker, needing 5s. No. And next up on the berserker, needing 5s. No. And we'll leave that there, but those 2 are knocked down like so. There's only 1 more combat over here, and that's going to be that he's already done.
Alright, fine.
He's already killed someone. Okay, so we've got the mighty Elrond, leaving things till last against the captain. Are you shielding with the captain on the floor?
Yeah, so I get
Makes
4
sense.
dice.
So you get 4 dice, doesn't really support. You get 4 dice, you get 5 highest. Okay, so we need more than that, and we get the 5, and we're going to take it. Okay, so we need 6s here. We didn't do too well with this last time. Let's take all of those dice. So we need 6s, and we need you not to save any fury saves because I believe you saved all of them last time, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've still got your fate and your wounds. So lots of 6s.
1, 2, 3.
We got 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you've got 3 fury saves. Don't do it again.
Well,
you save one of them. Okay, so one of them saved. So you're definitely going to take a wound. So you must pass your fate. Oh, and you do it. You pass your fate, and the captain survives, but he is down to 1 wound. Guys, check out the carnage. It is not looking good for the Uruk-hai. You might even be broken. We're going to count that up. But first of all, we're going to roll for priority next turn. What does Matteo get? It's a 1, of course.
Go.
And we get a 3. And His bad luck is compounded. It's because you're the invading force. It's the magic of Rivendell. That's what it is. It's the magic of Rivendell. The Urukai are one from being broken, and it looks like we are coming towards the end game here. The Rivendell Knight, who was dismounted, he has tripped over the riverbank and fallen behind a tuft of grass there, which is protecting him against crossbow shots. In the meantime, Eladan, facing left, and some of the Rivendell Knights, they have broken off to take on Vrasku's little pack, and that's quite important because of course they're trying to protect against Vrasku and his gang getting close to the objective. In the meantime, everything has been charged over here. There will be shooting if Matteo wishes. We can shoot into combats. What are you going to do?
I'm going to shoot to this combat first.
So those two are going to shoot into that combat there. So you need 4s to hit. You get 1 hit. Does it hit you or me? Hits me. Does it hit my horse or me? He hits me. And needing a 5 to kill me. Oh, and you don't do it. And you've got these guys here, these 3. Are they going to take shots?
I'm going to shoot to hand roll.
Yep, going to go for the hero. Okay, so you've got 3.
Oh no, it's not hand roll. Right, sorry.
You're going to go for the hero?
Yeah, for hero.
Yep. So 4+ to hit.
No, that's the thing.
Elra here.
Fine. Is he hero here? So.
He's a hero. He's not a leader. He's the leader.
How many wounds does he have it?
He has 2 wounds, 2 fate.
No way. Why not?
Yeah. So here we go. 4 pluses. You get 1. Does it hit you or me?
Me.
It's you. And needing a 5, and you kill you. So he is going to be taken out of the combat.
Fury.
Oh, Fury. Oh, and he saved. He saved 2. He's not going to be taken out. He is going to stay right where he is. That brings us towards the end of shooting. We're going to go straight into the combat phase. So at the start of the combat phase, Vrasku has decided to call a heroic strike, which has been countered by Eladan over there. We're going into the combat. So we'll start with this one here, which doesn't matter too much. We've got Crossbowman versus the charging Rivendell Knight. You've got 1 dice. What do you get? Something nice and high. You get a 4. It's just above midway, but we get a 6. Okay, so you are knocked down. It would normally be 5s because you're defense 5, but it's 4s because of the lance. And we take him down. So you are now broken. You are now broken. We're going to go for this fight over here. We've got the 1 Rivendell Knight against 2 Crossbowmen. What can you get? You want this one. You get a 3. It's not great. And it's definitely not as good as that. So you're both knocked down. And striking this one there first. Needing 4s. Yep. And we get 2 there. And then on the next one, needing 4s. Yes. So 2 Crossbowmen taken down there. With that, we then come round for the heroic over here. We've got the heroic strike off. So Vrasku starts on fight 5. What does he go up to? He matches, which means that I'm going to go above. Matteo, this is the story of your night. Okay, but you still got a chance. You've got 2 dice. What colour dice are?
3 dice.
3 dice, but 2 for Vrasku. What colour are Vrasku's?
White.
Vrasku's the white dice. You get 5 highest. Okay, come on. And we get the 6, so it doesn't even matter if you might it there. So you are knocked down. We're going to start off with, we might as well just go for the glory kill on Vrasku, I think. Why not? So your defense 5?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so we need 5s here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we need 1 more dice. Have you got 1 more dice for me? I've got 1 there. Here we go. So we get 2. So you must pass your fate point. And you don't. Vrasku has been slain. It's going from bad to worse for the Urukai, unfortunately. We're going to go over here. And we're going to start off with the twin Elro here against the Shaman on the floor. And also the Urukai on the floor. The Urukai Pikeman, because he didn't die. Okay, so what do you get?
5.
You get a 5. And he's going to get a 6. Okay, so we're going to put them all on the Shaman. And we need 5s. And we've got 1. Now the Shaman is down to a single wound, so you must pass the fate point. Actually, you don't have a fate point. You must pass the Fury, and you don't...
I do.
Fury.
I do have it.
You don't have your fate, not with the...
No, it's not because before. I don't remember what if he has the...
I think the Shaman was down to... used his fate down to 1 wound, I believe. He might not have been. Don't worry about it. Okay, just roll again. For that, he failed his Fury anyway, didn't he? So yeah, we're going to leave him there because we can't remember what happened and we don't really have time to go back over the footage, unfortunately. Okay, so next up, we're going to go for this situation here. This is the charging Rivendell Knight up against the Berserker on the floor, and the 1 pikeman. So you get 3 highest.
I go home. Stop it.
And I get the 6 and a 5. Wow. So I'm going to start off double strike on the Berserker, needing 5s. And we get 1. So you got your Fury save. Nope. And then needing 4s on the pikeman. And we get 1 plus. So we get 1. So the pikeman has a Fury save, and he doesn't make it. So these guys are going to go down, and we're going to come back with the next combat. So next up we've got this one here charging in. So we've got our 2 dice versus your Berserker and the Crossbowman. So you got another dice as well, not Crossbowman, you know what I mean, pikeman. You got 5 highest. And we got a 3. So your Berserker stands back up and you've got 1 strike. I'm guessing you're going to go for the guy needing a 5+, and you do get it. A Rivendell Knight goes down. That's the first Rivendell Knight to go down to combat. Okay, next up we've got 2 versus 1 here. The 2-on-1. Rivendell Knight versus the 2 Uruk Pikeman. We get a 4 highest.
I got 2 dice.
You got 2 dice.
4.
And you get 4, so we take it. You're knocked down, needing 4s on one of them. And we get it. And needing 4s on the other. We get it. So you've got 2 Fury saves to make. You make 1, but one of them is going to die. And then our second to last combat, we've got this guy here, just down there, 1-on-1.
6.
You get a 6. Oh, but this is where we counter it. No, we only get a 5. So you got 2 strikes, needing 5s against the man. And you don't get it, he lives. And we've got the final one here. The final one is Elrond and a Rivendell Knight. Rivendell Knight will be the bright red dice, using his lance.
I got 2 dice.
No, yeah, you're going to shield?
4, no,
yeah, you got a shield?
Got a shield.
Okay, what do you get? 6. You get a 6 highest. What do we get? And we only get a 5, so you win. And you're going to stand back up, and you do deny me the leader kill. And with that, normally we would roll a dice to see if the game ends. Let's just see if it would have ended. No. It wouldn't have ended, it would have carried on. However, it is looking pretty dire for the Uruk-hai there. So at this point, we do have more within 6 inches of the centre. So we are going to win that there. We didn't get any wounds on your leader, and you didn't get any wounds on me, but we did break you. So I believe that that takes that to
absolutely. 3 to...
I think it's 8-0, is that?
8, yeah.
So we're going to give each other a handshake. Thank you very much for a great game. Thanks for popping around. It's a shame that, of course, we were a bit delayed, but we're running back to the station now, and I will do a little bit of a post-battle bat rep breakdown by myself. So Hotgate gamers, welcome to the post-battle bat rep breakdown. And before we start this, first of all, I'd just like to offer a couple of apologies from myself and my opponent as well. He was supposed to be meeting me from 2 o'clock today. Of course, this isn't our job yet. We want this to get to a point where I can afford to take more and more time off to do this for you guys. But I had arranged for him to come at 2 o'clock. He did message then he was going to make it for 2:30, which then became 3:30. And then I thought that he wasn't making. I said, listen, if it gets past 4:30, we're probably not going to be able to do this. And his phone had run out of credit. So he wasn't receiving any of my messages, I wasn't receiving any of his messages, and as such it probably felt like that was a little bit rushed. Also, I wasn't aware that that he would be bringing unpainted and unbased miniatures, which for any of you guys out there who want to come and get involved in a battle report, that is quite a key thing for me. So I did lend him a bunch of my models. It did mean that there were quite a few proxies in there, which isn't ideal, and of course we want to bring to you guys the very, very best standard of battle report. So so in future I will try and check with my opponent and just make sure that they've got all painted miniatures. So in terms of the game itself, I think Matteo was quite keen to get off for a couple of reasons. One, he had his train at 26 minutes past, and sort of by the time he was leaving the house it was 1:15. So that gives you a little bit of an idea. But also it probably wasn't turned into a particularly fun game for him. And that is in spite of the fact that, of course, the Rivendell Knights went for it. Elrond went in there, he charged. I knew that it had to be a quick game. He mighted up one of his will points, used all the will points at once rather than sort of doing 2 and then 1, which is kind of the way around that you might normally do it, and sort of just went for it, charged everything in. But it has to be said, my dice rolling was superb and his was absolutely shocking. And of course, when you then start feeling that negativity, I'm sure you've all been there, it's a wargaming syndrome. When you start feeling the negativity, it then reflects in your dice, and it felt like there was absolutely nothing he could do. You can't beat the dice, especially when fight value is against you. Very much my plan was to get in there, Nature's Wrath, charge everything in and just see what happened, try and keep some things on the objective, and if I got broken, hope for the 1 or a 2, of which the game ends. And we couldn't play until we got to that conclusion, but it was pretty clear that what was probably going to happen was that Matteo was probably going to get wiped out where his captain was. His captain was going to eventually go down. I had plenty of might over there to get the heroic moves off and charge in, had the higher fight value, and it would have ended up being the leader kill would have been mine, and I'd have been able to go over and wipe out the crossbows. A very, very tough situation for him. Now I do hope that you guys enjoyed that battle report, even though it probably did feel a little bit rushed, which is something that I really don't want in the standard of battle reports that we're going for going forwards. But most importantly, I hope you enjoyed seeing the Rivendell Knights in action. Some beautiful, beautiful miniatures which have been painted by Shadow and Flame, which is Elrond himself, and of course the twins, which you will have seen in a previous battle report, and also the Rivendell Knights that I painted, and some of my Urukai. And also seeing the board. It was a nice board with a lovely theme, and I really like the idea that Matteo has his friends back in Italy and that they are doing this campaign, and even though they can't see each other, they try and arrange games with people to play out parts of that campaign. So with Matteo, unfortunately, he has been defeated in the Troll Shores. Rivendell have pushed his forces of Urukai back, and it's another victory for the forces of good, which I'm personally quite pleased about. So I really, really hope you enjoyed that. Despite it being rushed, we did have a good game, and we hope you guys out there are also having a good game. Look forward to seeing you guys in the next adventures in Arda.